This
Last class
conference
we
will
have
now be
discussed
recorded.
about how we are accepting multiple values from the keyboard. Okay. In today class, for this we will see the continuation. Yesterday I told you. So if you want to accept multiple values from the keyboard, we are using split function. Okay. First method is completed. And now we are going to discuss about second method. So what is the second method you are having? List comprehension. List. Comprehension. Okay, comprehension. So what is list comprehension? So we can create lists just like just like mathematical statements mathematical statements, one line only, one line only. So it is what we are going to take here. It is used in getting multiple inputs, multiple inputs from a user, multiple inputs from a user. Whenever you are going to take multiple values from the keyboard, then you are going to use a concept called list comprehension. So now we are going to see here type 1 representation. What we are going to see here? Type 1 representation. So let us see here ideally how we are going to represent list comprehension. So I am taking x comma y comma z is equal to, I was taking square brackets. So I was taking int of x for x in input of, you are going to take here, enter how many values? Three values. Enter how many values? Three values. Dot split function. Which function? Split function. So enter three values, 23, 34, 45. So now if I am giving print of x, print of y, print of z. So this is nothing but type 1 representation. Which representation? Type 1. See, actually, we are not only implementing for only integers, we can implement for floating point values also. Which values? Floating point values. Okay. So now see here, you are giving 23.34, 56.78, 90.12. Okay, now you are giving print of x. So it was taking float point value also or not? If you are giving integer also, it will accept. So print of z value. You are getting or not? So like that you are going to implement what we are going to implement, accepting multiple values from the keyword by using list comprehension. List comprehension means we have to use square brackets, and here you are giving integer type of data. I am using for loop to accept one value after another value. Okay, right now. Today that girl is not came. Why are you late? Oh, Excel batch. At what time? Why you did not give yesterday? Mock test. You can leave the gap, okay? Very little I explained. Nothing much. I think you can leave half page or one page you can leave. Very less I have discussed. Today even I was late. I came exactly at 9 o'clock to office. I started class at 9:05. Completed, madam. You're writing very slowly. Write down fast. So next we are going to take here type 2 representation. So that is nothing but format method. Which method? Format method. So how we can represent? So we will see type 2 representation of an list comprehension. Okay. So let us take here ideally. Okay. New file. Now here by using this, so x comma y comma z is equal to, you need to take here int of x. What I would like to take here, int of x. For x in input, what I am taking for x in input of, you need to take enter three values. How many values? Enter three values. Dot which function? Split function. By using split function only, we are accepting multiple values. So 1 2 3, okay na? But what is the format method? No need to take xyz values for different printf statements. You can write down in a single statement. Okay, so print of you are taking here x value comma, you are taking here y value, okay, and you are taking here z value. Wherever you are giving flower brackets, the flower brackets are replaced with some number. So for that, what is the method I am going to use here? Format method. So format method of, what you need to pass? X comma y comma z value. Okay, now see, all the values are printed in the same line or not? So this is the way you can represent format method by using list comprehension. Which concept? By using list comprehension, right? Format method. So now type 3. Completed, everyone? Type 2 representation completed, huh? So next type 3. Type 3 what? Multiple values can be assigned to single variable. Okay, to single variable you can assign. See, same syntax we can use. So whatever the syntax you are writing here, same syntax we can use, but instead of two variables, you can give only single variable. Which variable? Single variable. So enter three values, it was showing a enter values you can write down. Okay, so now you can enter random values 23, 45, some 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, now print of x. See, by using single variable it was accepting multiple values or not. So this is the third way. By using single variable we can pass multiple values into it. So let us take here. So here don't write, enter values. Enter three values, don't write. Why? Because we are entering n number of values into a single variable. So that is nothing but type 3. So by this list comprehension is completed. Okay. So that means how we are accepting the values from the keyboard. There are two ways: input, raw input. But raw input is used in python 2, it is not used in python 3. And next, how we can accept multiple values from the keyboard? We are having two ways. One is a split function, and another one is list comprehension. By using this we can accept multiple values into the variables. Okay, and what is the purpose of format method? Whenever we are using format method, no need to take a multiple print statements. Okay, so we can use only single print statement. In that, you need to use flower brackets to assign the values for x, y and z values. Okay, completed a third way. So what is the next concept we need to discuss? End parameter. Which concept we need to discuss? End parameter. So what is end parameter? Right down. Print function comes with a parameter called end parameter. Which parameter? End parameter. By default, the value of this parameter, the value of this parameter is slash n. What we are going to take here? Slash n. So that is nothing but the new line character. The new line character. Okay, so now we will see how we are going to represent new line character. That is nothing but end parameter. Okay, now just wait for 1 minute. I was creating one folder, Python folder. Okay, now what I'm creating here? One folder. So here new folder. Why? Because to save all my python files. Okay, so here I want to save my file. So first of all, see here I was using print of. Okay, here I was giving hello comma, and you are using here end parameter. If I am giving here print of word. Okay, so I was giving like this. So this is nothing but type 1. So here I was giving type 1. Okay, na? So now I was giving in the type 2. Okay, type 2. Okay, same thing I am giving. If I am giving here any special character. Okay, na? Any special character. For suppose I was given hyphen. What I was given? Hyphen. Okay, so next I am going to represent here type 3. Okay, what you are going to represent? Type 3. So if I am giving here same thing, if I am giving here slash n in end parameter, then it will go to new line. Okay, na? Now you have to save the file. Which folder? E drive python folder. You need to save the file. You need to save the file name. I did not given na? So end example dot py extension. Now it was saved or not? See here, e drive python index dot py. Okay, so now run. Sorry, python shell means it will open another shell. So run module, or shortcut key is there, function 5. Okay, f5. F5 is nothing but a shortcut key to execute your program. So I am writing here run module. See, if I am not passing any parameter into end parameter, it was working like a concatenation. If you are giving any special character in the end parameter, it was separating two strings by using some special character. If I am giving slash n, then it will go to new line. Okay na? So this is all about your end parameter. Which parameter? End parameter. Okay, write down end parameter. Definition completed, huh? Completed, huh? Completed, amma. Everyone, did you complete it? Shall I discuss next topic? Shall I discuss next one? Next one is nothing but separator parameter. What is the next one? Separator parameter. So what is a separator parameter? See, this parameter, this parameter is implemented in Python 3.x. Okay, so next it is used for formatting. It is used for formatting the output string. What we are going to take here? Output string. So next here, print function. Which function? Print function in Python. Print function in Python is space by default. Space by default. So that is nothing but soft space feature. What we are going to call it as an soft space feature, which can be modified, which can be modified and can be made to any character, and can be made to any character. So comma any character, or you are giving integer, or you are giving string type of data as per our choice. Okay, string as per our choice. So meaning of that is this separator parameter can be applied on characters, integers, strings, anything you can give. So for suppose if I am taking example here, first of all we can see here, only we can see first type 1 representation. What we are going to see here, type 1 representation. So in type 1, first of all you are giving here print of, sorry, so you need to give here print of, you need to give some characters. What you need to give here, some characters. For suppose I N D I A. Okay, you are giving like this, comma, and you are using separator parameter. Everything is separated by using some hyphen symbol. Okay, now you are giving some digits. For suppose you are giving some date of birth. Okay, so 9, sorry, 23, randomly you can give some date of birth. Okay, 07th month, and the person is born on 2001. Okay, for suppose, comma, how you can separate these values by using slash. Okay, if you are giving some print of, for suppose some string, hello comma world. Okay, comma, and you need to give here separator is equal to, you can separate with any special character. For suppose at the rate. Okay na, so or you can give some gmail id will be there na, so you can give some gmail id. For suppose Basant Technologies, Basant Marthahalli. You are giving some name. Okay. Here you can give gmail.com. Let us assume. Okay. So this is type 1. Now type 2. Okay, so now see here, same thing, we are using end parameter, right? We can use that end parameter here. So here you can use comma, you can use here comma, end is equal to quotations slash n, and here also we can use end parameter is equal to quotation slash n. So end and separator parameter can be used in the same print statement. There is no such rule like we are using separator parameter, no need to use end parameter. We are using end parameter, no need to use separate parameter. So there is no such rule like that. So we can use both the end and separator parameters in a single print statement. Okay, now you can save the file and you can execute it. You are getting or not? Right, you are getting the same output or not? Okay. Now write down separator parameter. Definition completed na? Online, everybody understood or not? Online,
Yes, ma'am, understanding.
you understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Completed, Amma. Shall I discuss next topic? Uh, output. So it is also looks like same. See here, if I am executing same output, you will get. If you are using end parameter, if you are not using end parameter, it will go to new line. Uh, which one? It was going to new line, na? New line means, see, if you are not using end parameter or if you are using end parameter also, the print will go to new line automatically, right? See, when I am executing first statement, so what it was showing, automatically it was going to new line or not, right? If you are not using end parameter, what will be happen? You are thinking that you need to print in same line, na? Both condition, but it is not like that. See, for suppose if I am removing this slash n, so now these two statements will be like concatenating. See, it is not going to new line, so both are printing in the same line. Okay, so that is the reason I am mentioning slash n in the end parameter when we are working with the separator parameter. Okay, if you are not using end parameter, only separator parameter, then automatically it will go to new line. Okay, na? But the end parameter is used in when we are working with this nested for loop. Which loop? Nested for loop. Whenever we are using nested for loop, then we can use this end parameter. Why? Because one row is completed, then you need to go to next row. In such cases, we can use this end parameter. Okay. So now we are going to see here format method. Which method? Formatting. So keep a side heading here. Formatting, formatting output using format method. Which method? Format method. So format method of string requires manual effort full stop. this method this method let us concatenate concatenate elements concatenate elements within a output within a output through positional through positional formatting. So I would like to take here one example how we are going to implement format method. So let us see here how we are going to implement format method. I was taking here Python shell. What I was taking here? Python shell. So print of, I would like to take here, I am learning. What I am going to take here? I am learning flower brackets dot format of, if I am giving here Python word. Now see, wherever you are representing this flower brackets, it is replaced with particular name. Now if I am giving, so print of I was giving here flower brackets of 0 and flower brackets of 1. Okay. So then dot format of, I was giving here apple comma grapes. What I was giving, apple comma grapes. Now see here, apple is present in 0th index position, one is present in second one index position. So that is the reason in 0th index it was placing apple, in 1th index it was placing grapes. Okay na? So like that. So wherever, see, whenever we are using this format method, either we can place the values by using this index positions, or directly we can assign the value to the particular flower brackets. Okay na? So write in formatting output using formatting format method. Ah, what? No. Yes, index value I did not give na. See, if the format method have n number of values, whatever the index values we are giving, that values will be placed into the flower brackets. Remaining it will not be print. Uh, that will be print. It won't get any error. Okay na? But if the value is not present, but you are giving the index position, then you will get an error. Okay, for suppose, see, here I'm having the same thing, but if you are giving here fourth index, now you will get an error. Why? Because fourth index is not present in the format method. So still now whatever the concepts we have completed, data types, operators, and we have completed how we are accepting values from the keyboard. I will tell you till what time you have to continue daily like this 2 hours. Okay na? Tomorrow also you are having 2 hours class. Today 9 to 10, 11 to 12. Again tomorrow 9 to 10, 11 to 12. Understood or not? Every day until when I am getting new batch, you people have to follow like this only. Clear? I don't know. But Monday onwards SQL is there. Who are completed SQL? You are not completed SQL. You are also not completed. For you completed, you completed, na? So Monday, next Monday onwards, 10 to 11. So 9 to 10 Python, na? 10 to 11. Continuation. So you will be busy with the classes then. You, I will have, I will sit here or shift into another room. So I am the faculty for SQL also. Next Monday. Okay. So you can add in that SQL group also. Okay. So I will tell you by Friday I will get some confirmation. Yesterday only some discussion has done. So next to Monday onwards 10 to 11 SQL new batch. Online anybody is there? Online to learn SQL anybody is there?
Ma'am,
Online.
I might have to do SQL. I'm not sure. Like, I had SQL before, but I didn't finish the class, so they told me they'll put me in a later batch. So I don't know if I'll be doing it now or later.
Okay, okay.
I
It
will
is
talk to
your
the.
wish.
Okay, okay. I will anyway talk to the front desk, and if they tell me I can do it now, then I'll ask them to add me to the class.
Okay, okay. After completing Python,
I don't know when they told me. The thing is, I was actually doing it in January, And because I had like the final exams of my BBA, I told them I want to continue later.
Okay, you're not completed SQL, na? You're not completed SQL.
No.
No, then you will continue by next Monday, na, Vishal. I will
Okay.
confirm you by Friday, but once you
Okay.
can text it to Anand sir or Muthu sir. Okay, na? They will add
Okay.
you in the new SQL batch from Monday. Okay,
Okay.
so 9
Yeah.
to 10 you will continue Python. Okay, and 10 to
Okay.
11 you will continue for SQL also.
Okay. Yeah.
Fine.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay. So next topic, so that is nothing but control structures. What we are going to call it as a control structures. So what are control structures? We can see. Okay. So first one is nothing but control structures are divided into three types. Control structures are divided into how many types? Three types. Okay, so first one is nothing but conditional statements. Conditional statements. So in that, the first one is nothing but simple if the condition is satisfied, condition is satisfied, then it will print the statement. It will print the statement. Otherwise, it will not print, it will not print anything onto the screen, onto the screen. Okay, so for suppose I'm what is the syntax to represent this if statement? So if is a keyword small letter, and whatever the condition you want to write down the condition in this statements. Now I want to show you one example how we are going to represent this simple if. So let us see here. I'm writing if. Okay. If of, you need to give one condition. What do you need to give here? One condition. But before going to that, I want to assign value like 34 value. If of num greater than 0. Then print of, you need to give here number is greater than anything you can give greater than 0. Okay, number is greater than 0. See, if I am executing, so you are getting number is greater than 0. For suppose if you are giving minus 34, just save and execute. Now it was not printing anything. Why? Because minus 34 is not greater than 0. So that is the reason it was not printing anything. And when we are writing such kind of codes, if you are removing this colon, if you are executing, it was showing the same line error or not. So expected. So now you can give column. Okay. For suppose you are writing print statement here. Save it and execute it. Expanded indented block after if statement on the line 2. So print should be always written below the if condition here, below this num. If you are making this print below this if, you are getting an error or not. So that indentation is mandatory. Okay, indentations are mandatory. If you make any mistakes in the indentations, then you will get a lot of errors. Understood or not? Completed? Everyone, did you complete it or not? So next one, we are going to see here second one. Okay. If else, what we are going to see here, if else, if the given condition is satisfied, condition is satisfied, it will print else before statements. If the given condition is not satisfied, then it will print else after statements. Else after statements, you need to take here syntax. So let us see here. If you need to take here condition, what I would like to take here, condition. Okay. So next, statements. Otherwise, it will go to else block. Then again, you need to represent some statements. This is the syntax to represent your if else. So example, see, same example. If I am giving else block here and print of number is less than 0. Okay, so now see here, it was going to else block and it was printing less than 0. Okay na? So this is example 1. What we are going to take here, example 1. Okay, so coming to example 2. Example 2. Okay, so here let us see, here. Check given number is even or odd number. Okay, number is here even and here number is odd. Okay, and here I am going to take num modulo, what I would like to take here, num modulo 2 equal to 0. So if I am executing, number is an even number. That may be positive number or negative number. So if the number is divisible by 2, the remainder is 0, then it is an even. Okay. So if I am taking here 37, now it is going to print odd number. Why? Because when you are doing modulo, remainder will be 1. 1 equal to 0? No. So that is the reason it is going to print an odd number. Which number? Odd number. Okay, right. Definition completed here. Today what we have discussed, list comprehension, end parameter, separator parameter, format method, and we are discussing control structures. Next 11 to 12 also we will discuss control structures only. So by tomorrow we need to complete this control structures. Okay. So after this we will discuss about strings or arrays. Any one topic we will discuss. This week, my target is to complete up to arrays, strings arrays. So then, next week onwards, I would like to start list, sets, dictionaries, tuples. After that, we need to discuss about OOPS concepts. So that is the reason my target is to complete your syllabus by May first week. If I am taking 2 hours, then by this month end we can complete the syllabus. But if I have a class at 11 to 12, then it is impossible to complete the syllabus. Can I scroll? Completed. So next we are going to see here. Next we are going to see here Else ladder. Okay, Elif ladder. What I would like to take here, Elif ladder. So else if in our programming languages you can call it as an else if, but here you can call it as an elif. Okay, how you can write down the syntax? First, initially you need to take here if, and whatever the condition you want to write down the condition and statement. So then again elif, so you need to write down condition 2. What you need to write down? Condition 2. Here you will have some statements. Elif, so you need to take here condition 3. Okay, so condition 3, some statements. Okay, so like that you can write down n number of conditions. What you can write down? N number of conditions. If all the conditions are satisfied, you will go to else block. Which block? Else block. So here you will write down some statements. So now you are taking here example. What I would like to take here example. So let us see here how you are going to represent it. So here I would like to take what I would like to take example. Student marks is there na. Based on marks you need to find out whether the person is getting A grade, B grade, so like that. So see here you need to take marks from the keyboard. So int of, you need to take here input of, you need to give here enter marks. What you need to give here? Enter marks. So now if marks less than 35 and marks greater than 0, if both these conditions are satisfied, I was using here, what I was using here, logical AND operator. Failed. Okay, so next we are going to take here else elif. What I would like to take here? Elif marks less than 55 and marks greater than or equal to 75. So the person is getting, you are going to take person is getting C grade. What you are getting here? C grade. What you are getting here? C grade. Sorry, here you can give 35 marks. Pass marks, na? So 35 to 55, the person is getting the C grade. Okay. Again, you need to give here LF. So marks who are getting less than 75 and marks greater than or equal to 55. So what grade you will get? B grade. So next again you are going to take here LF marks less than 100 and marks greater than or equal to 75. Okay, so print off, you are going to get here A grade. What you are going to get here? A grade. Otherwise it will go to else block and print off I would like to take here invalid marks. So now see here, I was taking data from the keyword. For suppose I was giving 99 marks. So person is getting A grade. If I am giving here 101 marks, invalid marks, range is crossed. For suppose if I am giving some 25 marks, the person is failed. Okay, so like that you can represent what we can represent, LF ladder. What we can represent, LF ladder. Syntax completed na, so time is also completed. Completed completed everyone. Okay, bye for now. Again we will meet at what time? 11 o'clock. Okay, bye now. Online, everybody understood or not? Till now, what we have discussed, everybody understood?
Yes, ma'am. Understood everything.
Okay, okay, Amma. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Okay.